Can realtors cold call in New York right now? Hi, my name is Edana Kiernan. I'm the broker and owner of Vintage American Realty, a boutique real estate brokerage here in Long Island, New York. I am a New York State real estate instructor qualified by the Department of State to instruct real estate qualifying and continuing education courses. I'm doing 3 different video series on this YouTube channel to start. The first being realtor education, the second being education for home buyers, and the third is education for home sellers. Some of my videos might only be relevant to you if you're located in New York. However, many of them will apply no matter where you live, so I think you'll find it worth watching. Today's video, however, is specific to New York. Now, the answer to that question is yes, cold calling is still prohibited in New York as of the date of this video, October 16th, 2023. This means that real estate licensees may not make any unsolicited phone calls to any member of the public. This is because we're considered to be in a double state of emergency right now, those state of emergencies being support asylum seekers and disaster emergency related to gun violence. All other types of marketing, such as mailers, billboards, social media, internet, etc., are permitted. Are there any exceptions? An exception to the cold calling rule is you may call a FSBO, a for sale by owner, only if you have an identifiable purchaser interested in the property. You're prohibited from calling the FSBO to simply solicit their listing. The other exception to the cold call rule is business-to-business phone calls are still allowed. So as long as the phone number you're calling is publicly listed as a business phone number and not someone's personal private phone number, you are allowed to call it. Once New York State is no longer under a declared state of emergency, cold calls to solicit a FSBO or expired listing are still prohibited if the seller's phone number is on the do not call registry. The only exception to this rule is if you are the prior listing broker. That's because a telemarketer may legally call a consumer with whom it has an established business relationship with for up to 18 months from the last point of contact, even if they are on the do not call list. The 18-month period would run from the date the listing expired. In New York, telemarketing sales calls legally include electronic text messaging, so any cold texts are prohibited as well. I know a lot of people think that they can just text them, but that's not the way out. Penalties if you violate the DNC laws. Once a consumer's phone number has been registered on the DNC registry for 31 days, you can be fined up to $11,000 per phone call by the New York Department of State, by the Federal Trade Commission, and the Federal Communications Commission. Lastly, I just want to point out that this applies strictly to completely unsolicited phone calls. So for example, if you have a landing page or an advertisement online and someone clicks it, or someone has gone to your webpage and they use your contact us form or more information request form, something along those lines, then that person has submitted their information to you, including their phone number, and therefore that is not a cold call. That was solicited, and therefore you are allowed to call them for up to 18 months. And that sums up the rules on cold calling in New York. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to be alerted when I upload new videos. Like I said, my videos will consist mostly of those 3 types, but always educational, and I'm hoping to keep them short and to the point. Thanks for watching.